everyone. Welcome to Wicked Teen, live from Rex Trailer Studio in Waltham, Massachusetts. I'm Brianna Borghi.
And I'm Daniel Pavlotsky.
We have a great show planned this evening, full with a musical performance by a special local college student, including a segment on dating violence with a special guest. We'll also be talking a lot about fashion and recent fashion shows. And also later, we will have an interview with a local artist.
Really great show we got a plan today, you think?
I think it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to see what we're going to have this evening.
Yeah, so let's start it off. About 2 weeks ago, we went to the Art Because fashion show, and that was a great fashion show. It had a few celebrities that walked the catwalk, they're not used to walking the catwalk, but for a cause of breast cancer. And it was great. We had Rob Gronkowski, our very own Jimmy Young.
I saw Jimmy on Facebook with his awesome socks, I must say.
Here we have Rob Gronkowski. He was wearing this awesome shirt and dancing.
Looking good.
He was strutting. He was doing that was the Yo Soy Fiesta dance. And it was, I absolutely loved him. And he was just a real pleasure to be next to there and talking to him and seeing the interview with him. It was absolutely great. Now, Jason Varitek and his wife were also there, and a few other guests. Now, during the event, what they did was they had the catwalk, obviously the fashion. This is Miss Massachusetts that we're watching here. I got a picture with her. She is
I know her personally, actually.
Oh, you do?
Yes,
really?
I do.
How do you know her?
I actually was in the same pageant as her, in the Miss Teen USA pageant,
wow.
in the teen division, though. So I am very familiar with her, actually.
Now, what you just saw was the bra that was signed. That was signed by the Fab Five. That went for over 10 grand.
Wow. All going towards
breast cancer. And watching that bidding was about the scariest thing I've ever seen. Jason Varitek and his wife right here.
To help, take the next steps so our children don't have to go through what she's gone through. So prevention, #1.
Oh, it's very important because that's what life is all about. I always tell people I speak to, give without remembering, take without forgetting. And it's very important when we're in a position to be able to give back and especially raise money for a great cause for people who especially need it. It's a no-brainer. So enjoy being here, enjoy meeting all the folks, and hopefully we raise a lot of money to help.
Yeah, so it was an absolutely great experience. I loved being, first of all, around the stars, but about so many people that wanted to help and donate. And I wasn't with, actually I wasn't with YBA that day. I was helping with the actual fundraiser while the Lauren Screeden and the crew were running around getting those interviews. I was actually a little jealous.
So you got to watch the show.
Yeah, I got to watch the show. I unfortunately did not get to meet Rob Gronkowski and interview him.
Close, you're close.
But I was close enough to him. Now, you were also at a fashion show.
I was at a fashion show. I was actually at a fashion show for the Big Sister Association of Greater Boston, which was awesome. And there were also designs by Denise Hajar, who is a very close family friend of ours. And also the men's attire was provided by Classic Tuxedo. So there were also celebrities from Boston who walked the runway in that fashion show, and they raised over $100,000 for the Big Sister Association. There was a live auction as well, so I'm sure that's where they got a lot of their fundraising from. But
any big name items?
Yes, well, there was one item. It was an African safari, actually. They ended up splitting it in two, so they auctioned off two, and they each went for $5,000.
Wow.
So right there, they had $10,000. That was one of the big ones. And they also had tickets for Beyonce's Mrs. Carter show. So I think those went for about $1,500. So,
oh, wow.
So they definitely had some great auction prizes, and they were able to raise a lot of money for the organization.
That's great. So, did you have a clip that you wanted to show?
I believe we do have a clip from the fashion show. It was a great show, and I'm so excited I was able to be there and watch it in person.
So let's go to that.
Hi everyone, I'm Brianna Borghi here at the Fairmont Copley Plaza for the Big Sister Association's Fashion Benefit featuring designs by the one and only Denise Hajar. I am so excited to see the fashion show tonight. I know Denise's fashions will be awesome, and I'm so excited for all the support here for Big Sisters. And we'll check back soon. Thanks.
So then I decided to send it away, which I did.
Right? So I just want to say, Big Sisters, the largest
Brianna, young girls services in the greater Boston area. And they do it well every day. So all of you folks that are here tonight, thank you. Watch these guys trying to be models.
And there was so much support there for Big Sisters. It was amazing to be around all of it.
Sound like, I mean, models were a little bit more experienced than the ones that I saw. But Jason
But
Veritek was
nevertheless
also
for
there.
a good cause.
Always for a good cause, and it's great that they do that.
Exactly. And with that, we're going to toss to a break, and we'll be back very shortly for the rest of our show. Stay tuned.